Today we are exploring a deeply impactful literary and social theory, ecofeminism. At its core, ecofeminism is both a theoretical framework and an active social movement that draws crucial connection between the oppression of women and the exploitation of nature. It posits that these are separate issues. Instead, it argues that the mistreatment of both women and the environment is rooted in the very same patriarchal system of. So this brings us to identify patriarchy as a root cause, hierarchical thinking, the mental model that places man over woman and human culture over natural systems. Is a connection that like threads that justifies all forms of societal and environmental exploitation. So, if we can move to the characteristic of this movement, we can break down into the 5 key features. First is the connection between the woman and the nature. Both are historically and culturally viewed as life-giving, nurturing forces, yet both are restricted by patriarchal systems that refuse to value them equally. Second, it offers a peace critique of patriarchy. It explicits challenges male dominate and that place human above the natural world and men above women, exposing how the logic of domination. And the third one, opposition of all forms of exploitation, whether we are talking about the exploitation of land, animal, human labor, or physical bodies. Ecofeminism resists any system that reduces living beings to mere resources. And the fourth and the final bridge, social and environmental justice. It reminds us that gender equality and ecological health are fundamentally bound together. You simply cannot fully achieve one without the other. Okay, so if I'm talking about the themes and exploring the themes, so very first is the domination of patriarchal. As I said, this system thrives on creating rigid and hierarchies, placing man over woman, human culture over nature, and cold reason over emotional institution. And the second one is women as a caretaker of nature. Historically and globally, women have been positioned to preserve life through essential practices. And environmental destruction also shows us that pollution, deforestation, industrialization, and our consumptions are not economic side effects; they are direct act of violence. And the last one is interconnectedness. All living beings are linked in a intricate web of life. Harm done to nature is, we cannot separate our collective faith. Okay, so the many thinkers that have played a role is Francois, Vandana Shiva, and Caroline Merchant and Maria Miles. They can play a lot of roles for this. And if I'm talking about the relevance of the ecofeminism on nowadays, so we can look at the climate change and water sacrifice city, and we can see these are deeply gendered crises. Women, particularly in the global south, bear the heaviest burden of climate disaster and often have to walk miles daily just to secure water. Deforestation, also industrial pollution, also hits. These are hit marginalized, often female-led communities the hardest. Ultimately, the power imbalance that harm women are the exact same imbalances that harm our planet. Indigenous women and marginalized communities remain at the front lines of both and land right, gender justice movement. Ecofeminism reminds us of a simple truth as we look toward the future. When we heal the earth, we heal ourselves. Thank you.